Umentri rang ba ka jelau Conrad ki sangmau loong ba ka mang tyngka jong snem arjar arpwe kadai ka bala sandur bakan petilenti nagamta ki chpos snem ban ya ka jela habu jubab ya ka jingita hlo ka mang tyngka hapo ki dorbar mita ka sngi Conrad babat ya ka pla tyngka ka jelau loong ba ka ni ka mang tyngka la phaik mat ki katto ka ni ki mat ki ba kongsan bat kita ki long ka kot ka kya ka pule ka dangle na lo ka rep ka riang bat ka kamri jingri ki kampen roi ka seng jam ki dei sakwe pat ki lengkha ha ka ba ka sarkar jala kala pele jingmot ban kintio kat kom ka jingong umentri rongba khnang man penmara state ki kampen roi ka sarkar kala pentrei kam de ki boj start mynta ban lom ban lang ki jingtep pat kane kala pensok bat tep pat pestet ki kam ulong ba hagapor minchwa teng ka shimpor lai ni saubnai tang ya ka we ka kam ka beret rei mynta tang de ki shimpri akti lala ban le ya ka kam ban pengklanya ka rep karyang pat ban gintiu ki nong rep umentri ula pentep hapok yang dorbar baka sarkar kala wanra ya ka jingpen kala ya ka Meghalaya Agricultural Marketing Act shajar kandai spa prapo sha ka Meghalaya State Agricultural Produce and Livestock Marketing Promotion and Facilitation Bill arhajar arpo Ulong ba na ka arpo klur ba ka sarkar India kala penbana banyarap ha ka jingi khun ya ka COVID-19 ka sarkar kan saya khun banyo bon ka pisat nagam ta ginong rep ulong ba ulay ekran ru ba chairman jo ka company Mahindra ban penya yawi ki mar rep ban penbyang ya ki tiar rep hado menta ki ladon ki hajar ki bla phone ya u iwei kindai iwei hinyo banyarap ha ka bay day par ka rep ka riang ula pentep ru baya ka scheme chispa si ne NREGS la penke ya ka jingyo pisa na ka sarkar pedeng hadin ba ka sarkar jala ka lala ban pentrai kam ha pat menta ka kenti ka jala ka nyo sa komba khat lai spa klur ulai thuru bala thau hodo arpu ar hajar tli ki self help group ha ka jala pat saw hajar tli ki la yo ram lingba ka scheme National Rural Livelihood Mission ne NRLM ban kenti ya ka yo ka kot khamtam ya kilong kami Hakobai kaliang umentri rangba ulai thu bala plai lot ya ka meliskin jong snem arjar khat knai arpau bala penjun suru ya ka kendon jong Chief Minister's Rural Development Fund ula pentikina ru ba katulap tibai pension ki asha masrul unplai no manlau bunai kumayo lem kiwei kinong trei sarkar ka sarkar kalamang arhajar klur na kapla lajong jong jela ban penba ye ki arspa sanpot liki school ban chna ne ban pelong kum ki smart class school ba sashispa chpot liki school an penba na ka scheme jong ka North Eastern Council ha ka jinglut ka ba khat ar klur lamang ru sanpau klur ban penba ya ki PHC ba CHC ha ka jela ban laipu klur ban chna ya ki block office nakamta ka surok lamang chiajar Prapasau klur tyngka mata ka snem bat kane ka gantop ban penbai ki surok man kapor pat khanda ab hadu ban da jot lut ka wei pat ka ba umentri rangba ula pensngau kolong ban penhe ye ka lingsoin na umroi chef Delhi kumbale na chalong sa Kolkata tangba kadang sateng na ka jing sapreng jong ka COVID-19 ulong ba ka sarkar kan phai khmat bha ye ka kam chungo kai perthai pat hakini ki sngi na ka jingdon ka jingkhang dam ka jingkho jong ka wa umkhra ka lakeu sa ka sanpu % kad bakawa sherpi kal keu sa kalai pu % bat kane ka dei namar ka jingduna jong ka jingpin jabo ja ki breu halo ka jingyo pisa na ka sarkar pedeng umentri rangba loong ba ka sarkar jala ka yo pedang ya ka bha kuma ka dei pat kamdon setia kanu ka jingong ba ka yo duna pat ya kane kalong da ka formula ulong baka sarkar kala tharu pan penbhai ko rukom kunchau pisa na ki khajna ba pher kom ka jingput banai ko rukom lum khajna daga ba penun kam de ki kor computer ha ki check gate ulong baka jingdi lilam ya 8 metric ton jong du yong komala aibo daga NGT kansas dang shen hadin bala pendep ya ki jingdon kam ha ka bai dei bar ka jingbat ya ka tulop kin nong trei sarkar mentri rangba ulong baka sarkar kam sim la ot ne pendo hende ka subat tang katu ka ne bnai bat kin sayo yang hadin bala wandur ka jinglong jingman pat hadin bala ja jong ka COVID-19
but my only condition sir will be that maybe the reply will be proportionate to the participation of all the members put together but I'll try to cut down sir it's a exhaustive discussion we had but I think it's important that we lay down the main points for the budget because of the given condition and situation that we are facing and obviously because it is an important time for this budget sir. So I would like to at the very outset put on record that the way we have looked at this budget is really to look at the next 10 years. It's not about this year alone, sir. I think it's important that when we plan, what we do today should be in line with what we are planning for the next 5 years and 10 years. So really we have tried to look at this decade of 2020-2030 as a Meghalayan decade. And that has really been the pillar or the main focus of this budget, how to make it a budget that will try to set the system and the process in line and in tune for the coming next 5 to 10 years. So that is why, sir, if you look at this budget, we focused on a lot of development aspect with a lot of sustainability. Now, sir, if you would look at the situation that we are facing with what we are seeing with COVID right now and the different economic challenges we are facing, if you look at what we prepared even before COVID happened, we said we will focus on human development, one of the pillars. So human development means medical, health, and education, sir. So it clearly falls in line with the current situation that we are facing. It was the first pillar for us, human development, and it just so happens that we are here facing COVID. And this particular budget, in one way, sir, like as if we could see what was coming forward, and we decided that human development, meaning health and education, will be one of the pillars for us. Primary sector was the second pillar for us. That again is a sector for agriculture, textile, horticulture, milk mission, veterinary, fishery. Again, another sector which we can see today is of great importance to us, and I think we heard almost everybody speak about it. But we already had this in our budget. The reason being that we realized that primary sector is key to us, whether COVID or no COVID. But in this COVID situation, I think it is even making more sense. The third pillar was infrastructure. Realizing, sir, that anything we want to do, without the roads, without the power, without the water, without the IT infrastructure, without the rail connectivity, without the airport connectivity, we will have challenges. So infrastructure played a very, very important role for us. And the fourth pillar we mentioned was entrepreneurship. Again, keeping in mind this COVID situation, entrepreneurship again is going to play a very vital role, because we will really need our youngsters, our entrepreneurs to play a very, very important role to take us forward from this very difficult situation that we are facing. So having said that, it's also important to note that when we talked about all these aspects of human development, primary infrastructure, primary sector, infrastructure, entrepreneurship and sustainability, we realized that now with this COVID situation, yes, we have a major challenge, and we don't doubt that. I understand, and when the Honorable Leader of Opposition mentioned that we will need to adjust in certain aspects. Will we get the revenues that we expected? Will the central government, the taxes that we were supposed to get from Government of India as a devolution of taxes from Finance Commission, will we get it or not? A big question mark, and we know that already we are seeing a 20%, 25% reduction in it. From the amount of 428 crores, which was the devolution which was given to us, we are receiving 552 for the last 2 months. So already we are seeing about 70 crores of reduction in that. Our own state's revenue has gone down from 207 crores in the last month of April to an amount of 76.4 crores. So yes, there are challenges, but I think at this point in time, when we are working and moving forward with the budget, we expect that we will be able to make necessary changes, we'll be able to augment other resources from other sources like our own state revenue, and at the same time we'll be able to also, with the FRBM Act being amended, Honorable Deputy Speaker, sir, we'll be able to raise more money to the debt market, which of course will be in terms of bonds for the government. So all these aspects are being looked into, and definitely we will try to find out ways and means in which we will ensure that we focus on, once again, the primary sectors and the human development sector, as was mentioned in the budget, sir. Sir, in this situation, we have also realized that crisis is a time when we need to be innovative. And really, this is what we are trying to focus on. Can there be technology innovation? Can there be process innovation that we can put in that could help us to leapfrog and take advantage of this crisis that the country and the state is facing right now? So therefore, innovation and technology implementation is going to be a very, very important part of the strategy that we're going to follow. So example, we have started using technology when it comes to institutional deliveries. And we have seen that many districts have seen a large jump in the institutional deliveries through the mother app that we had started. We have started using technology to manage the COVID situation. So today, sitting in this room, in this hall, on my mobile phone, I can actually tell you how many people have just entered right now as we sit here, how many people are being monitored, how many people have been, phone calls have been made, how many visits were made today till 2:10, I can tell you right now in real time. This is the power of technology and we are using it. So I have a dashboard and a control room in the Chief Minister's office where we are able to note and we are able to find out this information as and when it happens. We feel this needs to be expanded now. And therefore, sir, we are actually going for a very strong program on data-driven governance. You must be noticing, sir, many people have had the opportunity to work in departments, in different committees. And you will always see that when we're sitting in the room, the officials will give us the data. They will present to us how much money has been spent on this year, how much money in this district. And at the end of the day, when the meeting is over, all of us have that information of how much it has been spent. But the real purpose of what we are there, which is to decide what to do with that data, is never reached. So this is a big handicap of the system, that we are waiting for the information to see and the decision never comes to our mind. The biggest and the most important aspect for politicians or for the government is to make decisions. And half the review meetings are spent on seeing the data that's available and we never get to the decision. Therefore, sir, data-driven governance is important. I should be able to see at any given time that in Umsling constituency, how many ring wells were given in Mostringam constituency, or how many PMGSY roads were given in that constituency. Who is the particular contractor? Has he finished it on time or not? Sometimes just this information to collect takes 3 months, 4 months, by the time we even forget what we were searching that information for. So therefore, sir, technology will be important. We are going in a massive way to ensure that all departments come online and all the information that is there should be at our fingertips. Technology will be crucial for the next future, sir, as we go along. Sir, I would also like to stress now on the primary sector. And I think, as has been mentioned by so many of our friends and our colleagues, that the farmers now need to be put at the center of what we're doing. And I think this is the most appropriate time. I think everybody who spoke today spoke about how we need to put the farmer first, how we need to make the market more accessible to them, how can we use technology to ensure that their productivity goes up, how can we ensure that the middleman doesn't take away too much of the share of the farmer. So these discussions were made, and I'm very happy to inform you that right after this, after the reply is done, we will be discussing on and we'll be passing the Agriculture, Produce and Livestock Marketing Act. Now this act, sir, is a very, very important act. And this act is really what everybody's talking about today. To give the power to the farmers. Through this act, we will be able to ensure that the middlemen will not be able to charge beyond a certain percentage to the farmer. This act will give the power to the farmer. Through this act, the farmers will be able to mobilize and have a farmers market. So therefore, there are other markets run by other organizations which will not be affected. There are other councils and other markets that are there, they will run. But farmers will have the option, if they would like, to come up with their own markets. There will be technology again in this, where the farmers, if they want, they will be able to connect with a buyer anywhere in the world and actually sell their product and get the pricing through what they call e-NAM. It's a technology-driven market space which again is something that this particular act will empower the farmers. And therefore, sir, the farmers' year, which we have announced, that this is the farmers' year. And that is why you are seeing that we are starting programs like these, where we are making not just investment, but ensuring that strong policy is brought in that will benefit the farmers directly. Sir, this Agriculture, Produce and Livestock Marketing Act will be a game changer and will really impact the agriculture sector and the farmers in a very, very big way. I heard many of the members mention about farmers-owned market. And I think all of you are aware that realizing the importance of accessibility, we decided to budget 20 crores of our budget, from our budget, to farmer-owned, farmer-operated markets. So this is also in line with what Government of India is planning to do. So in this entire 20 lakh crore package for COVID, the economic stimulus that government is planning to give, Government of India, 1 lakh crore is for the farmer gate infrastructure. And this is precisely in line with what we have started to do. So therefore, if we start to put up these kind of farmer markets, again, sir, something which we did even before the COVID came up. So we already started what Government of India wants us to do. And for doing this, there is a 1 lakh crore incentive which states can take advantage of. And I think once Meghalaya government starts putting this in place, we will be in a very good position to take advantage of this 1 lakh crore. How much will come, sir, is to be seen. But I think from a government side, from the Meghalaya government side, we are working towards ensuring that we can get maximum benefit from this. And I really agree with some of our members who mentioned about how a lot of people are going back into farming. You're seeing people who used to do other businesses are going back into farming.